Welcome back. 10 before the hour. Chenier Greenhouse is a family-owned and operated business with over an acre of covered growing space. So we wanted to check out how things are blooming for them, even though spring is a little light. This morning, Ashley Kirkland is there to tell us more. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Vicki. We are so excited to be here at the Chenier Greenhouse in Gladstone. Now, there's actually over 3 acres of greenhouse here, space where they grow things from apple trees to plants and flowers. Right now, I'm holding a small cut of geranium. This is from Guatemala. They got this, they put it in the ground, and voila, it blooms into all of this that you see. I'm standing in one of their greenhouses that they have the geranium growing in, which is one of the things that they're known for. But as I said before, they also grow apple trees, they grow all kinds of plants, and one of their biggest days coming up is Mother's Day. So we're going to talk to the owners a little bit later about how they operate all of this greenery, as well as get ready for the big holiday, and see if I could test my green thumb here, because I'm not a bit of a grower, so we'll see how that works out for me. But I did want to let you guys know it is a balmy 65 degrees inside the greenhouse, so it feels just like springtime right here in the UP, even though it's snowing outside. So there you go. Ashley Kirkland reporting live from Gladstone, TV6
Back
News.
10 after the hour. There's going to be a little time before we see flowers blooming in nature here in the UP, but Chenier Greenhouse in Gladstone is one place where the flowers bloom year-round. Ashley Kirkland joins us live at the greenhouse with a closer look. Ashley?
Good morning, Vicki. Right now, you guys are looking at the 16 complex greenhouses that make up the Chenier greenhouses here in Gladstone. And this is where they bloom spring all year round. And right now, I am with one of the family members who's in charge of this greenhouse, and she is Mrs. Chenier. She's
Sharon.
Sharon.
Everybody knows me by Sharon, yeah.
Good morning, Sharon. Thank you guys for being up so early. This
Thank
is a
you.
family business. You guys have
Yes.
been around for 38 years. How did you get started?
We got started with buying another greenhouse. The Chenards were on 426. They no longer wanted to operate, so we brought 2 of them down. We brought one down on a hay wagon with the sheriff department in front. They parked it, and then we built the other one with the material that they had. They were fiberglass.
Yeah.
And in '96 we burnt on November the 26th.
Yeah.
My daughter was at Northern that day.
Yeah.
But now we've rebuilt, and we have 2 warehouses. We have a furnace room. We have the 16 greenhouses plus 1 extra, which is only structured up at the time it's for the perennials. So that gives us actually the 17th.
Okay, and you guys grow all kinds of things in all the greenhouses, but one of your main things is the geranium. Talk to us about the geranium.
Okay, we plant these geraniums. We get the cutting in from Mexico or Guatemala, wherever they're sent, and then we take and plant them into a fatisse pot. Mm-hmm. And then within 3 weeks, we usually see that they have rooted, but they are on mat. Start, and the heat is usually up to 70 some degrees to keep it warm, plus the mats that we put them on are all heated.
Yeah.
So, but this is our big, it's always, we've been known for Chenier's geranium.
Yeah. And you guys get your soil from special places.
Yes.
Talk to us about the soil and what's so important about it.
We use Fafford, never Miracle Grow. Okay, Fafford comes from Canada. You only want Canadian peat when you're growing. And Canada, this is the richer soil. We use this for flowers. Mm-hmm. Then we have another one that we use for our tomatoes or vegetable plants, which has a little more elasticity. And that one comes out of South Carolina. In October, we get 3 semis in here with soil.
Yeah. And you guys shut down in July.
Yeah, July 3rd, usually 2nd or 3rd, whatever it is, and then that's it. Then they don't do anything but clean greenhouses in fall. Then when they open in every spring, when we open, or whenever they open in February, 1 by 1, they pressure wash each greenhouse with a chemical. So this way there's no bacteria from the year before.
Wow. And so I assume that all of your foods that you cook at home come from your greenhouse?
No, we don't. Well, what you're doing is your vegetables. You'd have to have a garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we grow all your tomato plants. We have the big ones that we sell that have tomatoes on when they go out. And then we have any of your vegetables. We go from broccoli, cauliflower, we're doing even a lot of kale this year. People are asking for kale is becoming a big thing. We will have kale this year. Not flowering kale, but edible kale. And cucumber plants are another big thing at the greenhouse, besides your pumpkin plants, your squash plants. All this is, you'll see in spring. It's usually ready by the 1st of May. We have displays in House 4 with vegetables.
Okay. Well, thank you, Sharon, and we'll be back a little bit later with one of the other family members that runs the Chenier Greenhouse to keep everything going in all of the operations. Back to you, Vicki. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Gladstone, TV6 News.
Welcome back. Well, whether you're in need of flowers, vegetables, or plants, Chenier Greenhouses in Gladstone has a great selection of greenery in their growing space. And this morning, Ashley Kirkland has been learning more about how to have a green thumb and is back with more. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Sam. We are back here at Chenier Greenhouse, and I tell you what, it feels like a tropical rainforest. I've never had to really deal with humidity this winter, but right now my hair is getting it because I'm getting a little drip here from the greenhouse, but that's all to be expected, and it's fine because we're in this beautiful greenery. Right now I'm with Roger Chenier, who is also one of the family members who owns and operates the greenhouse. Roger, thank you so much for being here. You guys have 16 different houses. What kinds of things are in all of the different houses?
Well, for instance, we have the veggie house is tomatoes, peppers, cauliflower, and the broccoli. Then you take another house, in house number 8, we have our potted stuff, which is our stuff like people buy to put on their decks and pots and bigger pots and stuff like that. Then you go down, and then we also have a house that we do nothing but these that go in cages. And when they go out, they usually they do have tomatoes on, and sometimes you can find our red ones on them too.
And so in each house, you say that you put different things together to grow together, kind of cultivate together. What's the importance of putting all the different things together, like the tomatoes with the tomatoes?
Well, because some stuff grows better in each house than other houses, and we learn that as the years actually go by. So you take the first 4 houses, we directly sell out of those. Okay. So the people ain't allowed in the back ones, and we have our grandkids and our help that we take the other houses in the back and we move up and we sell from there.
And it really is a family business. You got the kids and grandkids working here, but you also sell, speaking of family, Mother's Day is coming up, and you guys do great things for Mother's Day. What kind of things can people expect to get from here for Mother's Day?
Well, we do a lot of, especially this year with the weather, we're going to have a lot of gift certificates. We do a lot of specialties and like the cones. Here's a cone, for instance, and we have another top hat back there. And there's a lot of the different kinds of hanging pots that go out for that particular time.
And speaking of the weather, has this colder, brutal winter been harsh for the greenhouse? Has it affected you guys at all?
Very much so. Our heating bills probably up maybe 27%, but there's nothing you can do about it. If you want to grow it, you got to have heat. Yeah. So we just move on from there, I guess. That's about all we can do, right. You know. So.
And lastly, what does it take to operate this as far as the irrigation system? I know that you guys have that water tank over there. You got the heater. You have to keep it at a certain temperature and level. Talk to us about the day-to-day operations of the greenhouses.
Well, for instance, we got a 1,500-gallon tank over here, and that operates our fertilizer. We do that every 3rd day to feed the plants. A lot of greenhouses, they have dripping tubes and stuff like that. We used to do stuff like that, but you still had to go back and you still had to check all the plants over and that. So we just go back to the old original thing, the hose. Yeah. You use the garden hose. That way you know it's done right. So
And people can rest assured that, you know, things that they get from here are chemical free and fresh.
correct, very much so. So.
All right, well, thank you so much, Roger, and the entire Chenier family. It's been a real pleasure being here and finally getting a taste of spring in the UP. So hopefully you also will be excited to look forward to spring, and your TV6 morning show will be right back.